The salvage ship Broken Star drifted through the empty sector of space where nothing should exist. Captain Venn, a four-armed Calthian with gray skin and patient eyes, watched the scanner screen with growing interest. "There," said his pilot, a small insectoid named Click. "Dead ahead. No power. No heat. Just metal." Venn leaned forward. In the darkness of space, a shape floated a vessel, ancient and forgotten. Cosmic dust covered its hull like a burial shroud. No lights, no signals. Just silence. "How long has it been out here?" asked their engineer, a massive creature called Brock. His species, the Heavens, were known for their strength and simple nature. "Sensors say." "Centuries," Click replied, mandibles clicking nervously. "Maybe longer." Venn stood. This was why they did salvage work. Most ships they found were recent wrecks, stripped clean by other crews. But this was old. Old meant valuable. "Bring us alongside," Venn ordered. Brock prepped the boarding gear. The Broken Star moved closer. As they approached, the derelict ship grew larger. It was smaller than modern vessels, maybe 60 meters long. The design looked wrong angular where ships should curve, thick where they should be thin. "Strange build," Click muttered. "Not Calthian. Not heaven. Not even Sorrowmaker design." Venn studied the hull. Click was right. He'd seen ships from 100 species in his 20 years of salvage. This matched none of them dot. They docked with a heavy clang. The airlock cycled. Venn went first, magnetic boots pulling him through the dead ship's corridor. His helmet light cut through absolute darkness. "Gravity's off," Brock said, floating behind him. "Power core must be completely dead." The interior was cramped. Venn had to duck, and Brock barely fit at all. The hallways were tight, the doors low. Everything seemed built for smaller beings. Who builds ships this small? Brock complained. They moved deeper. The ship was empty, no cargo, no crew, no bodies. Just vacant rooms and silent machines. Dust floated in their lights like snow. Click stopped at a panel. "Found something. Computer core. Might still have data. Can you access it?" Venn asked. "Maybe. Give me time." While Click worked, Venn explored further. He found a room that might have been quarters. A small bed. A desk. Strange symbols on the walls, not writing, but pictures. Images of a blue world with white clouds. A yellow sun. Green lands. "Captain." Click's voice crackled through the calm. "You need to see this." Venn returned quickly. Click's screen glowed, the only light in the dead ship besides their helmets. "I got the ID beacon working," Click said. His voice shook. "Barely. But I pulled the ship's registration. And—" Venn prompted. Click turned. Even through his helmet, Venn could see the fear in the pilot's compound eyes. "It's human," Click whispered. The word hit Venn like a physical blow. Human. He'd heard stories. Every species had. The Death Worlders. The survivors. The warriors who came from a planet so harsh it killed most beings just to breathe its air. Humans had been spacefaring once, 400 years ago. They'd appeared suddenly, spread quickly, and then vanished. No one knew why. Some said they destroyed themselves. Others claimed they ascended to another plane. Many believed they'd simply died out, but everyone agreed on one thing. Humans were terrifying. They came from a heavy gravity world with poison air and deadly predators. They needed almost no sleep. They could eat almost anything. They healed from wounds that would kill others. And they never, ever gave up. The galaxy had feared them. And then felt relief when they disappeared. "You're sure?" Venn asked quietly. "The registration is clear," Click said. "Ship name, Wanderer. Origin, Earth. Launched stardate. 412 years ago. Brock made a low sound. Humans are legends, stories. They can't be real. This ship is real, Ven said. He looked around the cramped corridors with new understanding. Built for smaller beings, yes, but also for higher gravity. Denser materials. Stronger construction. This was a human ship. What do we do? Click asked. Ven didn't answer immediately. Finding human artifacts was ... complicated. Some would pay fortunes for them. Others would destroy them on sight. The Galactic Council had rules about human relics rules that mostly said, don't touch them. But Ven was curious now. What happened here? Why was this ship abandoned? Where did the humans go? We explore, Ven decided. Carefully. There might be answers here. None of them knew that finding those answers would change everything they believed about the galaxy and about the legends they'd feared since childhood. Asterisk. Ven moved through the Wanderer like an archaeologist exploring ancient ruins. Every room told a story. Every object was a clue. In what appeared to be the medical bay. Brock found equipment that confused him. These tools are primitive, the engineer said, holding up a surgical instrument. But also ... heavy. Built to cut through thick tissue. Dense bones, Ven realized. Heavy gravity world. Everything about them was stronger. Click had accessed more of the ship's data core. Captain, I found logs. Personal recordings. Should I play them? Yes. A voice filled the corridor, human voice. Deep and rough, speaking in their ancient language. The translation matrix worked slowly, converting words that hadn't been heard in centuries. A47 of the mission. This is Captain James Reed of the Wanderer. We left Earth 6 months ago. Crew is healthy. Spirits are high. We're heading toward the Kepler sector to make first contact with the Calthian Commonwealth. Ven's eyes widened. His own species. Humans had been coming to meet them. The log continued. We've heard the warnings. Other species say we're too aggressive, too dangerous. They call us Death Worlders. But we're just trying to find our place out here. We want peace. We want friends. The voice sounded hopeful. Young Click pulled up another log. This one was dated 3 months later. Day 132. We made contact with a Calthian patrol. They ... They ran. Wouldn't even talk to us. Just activated weapons and fled. I don't understand. We showed peaceful intent. We transmitted friendship protocols. Another log. The voice was tired now. Day 168. We've tried 7 different species. Same result every time. They see us and panic. One ship fired on us without warning. We had to damage their engines to escape. They're terrified of us. All of them. Ven felt shame crawl through his chest. His ancestors had done this. They'd rejected these beings who only wanted contact. Brock found a storage room with supplies. Military rations designed to last centuries. Medical supplies for treating injuries that would kill most species, broken bones, radiation exposure, decompression damage. Humans had prepared for everything. They were survivors, Brock said quietly. Built for disaster. Click discovered more logs. The crew listened as the story unfolded. Captain Reed's voice grew harder with each entry. We understand now. The galaxy doesn't fear what we've done. They fear what we could do. They look at us and see predators. Death Worlders from a hell planet who shouldn't have survived to reach space. Day 205. We encountered pirates. Heaven raiders who thought we'd be easy prey. We weren't. We fought back. We captured 3 of their ships with our crew of 8. Just 8. They had 40 warriors. Ven looked at Brock. The Heaven looked away, embarrassed. They surrendered when they realized we wouldn't stop. Wouldn't tire. Wouldn't die easy. They begged for mercy. We let them go. We're not monsters. Another log. Reed sounded older, sadder. Day 247. We've been labeled dangerous by the Galactic Council. There's a bounty on human ships. They want to contain us, limit our expansion. They're afraid we'll become dominant. That will conquer. We just wanted friends. The logs jumped ahead. Years passed. The crew listened to Captain Reed's life play out in fragments. Day 800. Most of Earth's colony ships have turned back. The galaxy doesn't want us. We're alone out here. Some humans are angry. They want war. They say if the galaxy sees us as monsters, we should act like monsters. Ven's hands tightened. He'd heard stories of the human-sorrow conflict, the brief war that made every species afraid. The humans had won every battle, taken every objective, then suddenly stopped and vanished. Day 912. Earth has made a decision. We're leaving. Not fleeing. Not surrendering. Just ... leaving. The galaxy can have its peace without us. Click found files massive data repositories. Star charts showing regions of space far beyond known territories. Technology schematics for ships that could travel faster and farther than anything the current galaxy used. They didn't go extinct, Click whispered. They left. Went somewhere else. The final log was brief. Captain Reed's voice was old but steady. This is our last message to the galaxy that rejected us. We're leaving the Wanderer here as a marker. A reminder. We came in peace. You chose fear. We're going beyond your borders to build something better. But hear this. We don't forget. And we always come home. When you need us, and you will, we'll return. Pray you're ready for what we've become. Silence filled the ship. That sounds like a threat, Brock said quietly. Ven shook his head. No, it sounds like a promise. Ven stood in the Wanderer's command center, staring at the navigation console. Click had finally powered up. The screen glowed with ancient human star charts. Lines stretched across space, pointing toward regions no modern species had explored. Look at this, Click said, tracing a route with his smaller appendage. They didn't just leave. They had a plan, a destination. The maps showed a path leading beyond the outer rim, past the last known systems, into the dark space where no one traveled. The void, the empty, except it wasn't empty. The human charts marked dozens of systems out there. Habitable worlds, resources, space stations. An entire civilization hidden beyond reach. 400 years, Ven said slowly. They've been out there for 400 years. Growing, building, becoming something new. Brock touched a panel, and another screen activated. A warning system. Still functional after all this time. Captain, this is active, Brock said. This beacon is still transmitting. Weakly, but transmitting. Transmitting what? Ven asked. Click worked quickly, pulling up the signal data. His mandibles stopped clicking. He went very still. It's a marker, Click said. This ship is a boundary marker. A warning buoy. It's been broadcasting one message on repeat for centuries. Beyond this point lies human territory. Passage forbiddance. Ven felt cold. They'd crossed a line they didn't know existed. There's more, Click continued. He pulled up another file. Coordinates. Dozens of them. All marked as Human Watch stations. All positioned along the border between their space and ours. They've been watching us, Brock realized. All this time. We thought they vanished. But they've just been waiting. Watching. Ven examined the data. The coordinates formed a perimeter of fence between human territory and the known galaxy. Silent guardians, keeping track of everything that happened in the civilized systems. What are they waiting for? Brock asked. Click found another file. A conditional program designed to activate under specific circumstances. He opened it, and Captain Reed's voice returned, older now, recorded perhaps years after the last log. To whoever finds this ship, Reed said, know that humanity doesn't hate you. We left because we were tired of being feared for what we might do, instead of being valued for what we are. We've built something beautiful out here. A society free from prejudice, free from fear. We've thrived in ways the old galaxy wouldn't let us. But we're still human. We still remember where we came from. And we're still watching over the worlds that rejected us. The recording paused, then continued. We set conditions for our return. 3 specific triggers that would bring humanity back into your space. Then leaned closer. First, if humanity itself is threatened. Second, if a galactic-level extinction event occurs. Third, if 7 species formally request our help in peace. The monitoring stations will detect these conditions. If any occur, the signal goes out, and humanity returns. Another pause. It's been 200 years since I recorded this. I'll be gone by the time anyone hears it. But my children and their children, they'll be ready, stronger, wiser, more advanced. When we return, will be something you can't imagine, something you're not ready for. Be better than you were when we left. That's all we ask. The recording ended. Silence filled the ship. Ven looked at his crew. Click's eyes were wide. Brock seemed frozen. What do we do? Click asked quietly. Do we report this? Ven thought carefully. If the Galactic Council learned humans were still out there, watching, waiting, panic would spread. Wars might start. Species would arm themselves against a threat that might never come. But if they stayed silent, kept this secret. Captain, Brock said, look at this. The Heaven pointed at a small screen. New data scrolled across it, recent data, fresh signals detected by the Wanderer's ancient sensors. Click translated. It's activity reports from the human watch stations. They're activating. Why? Ven demanded. Click pulled up more data. News feeds from the galactic network filtered through the ship's systems. War spreading in the outer sectors. The Sorrow Makers expanding aggressively. 3 minor species gone extinct in the last year. Pirates growing older. The Council growing weaker. The galaxy is destabilizing. Click whispered. Another signal appeared on the screen. Fresh, new, powerful. It came from deep in the void. From the direction of human space. One word transmitted in every known language. Coming. Ven felt his blood run cold. They're returning, Brock said. The humans are coming back. We need to warn the Council, Click said. No, Ven said quietly. We need to prepare the galaxy. Because after 400 years of growth, of advancement, of becoming something more, he looked at the signal, growing stronger. We're not facing the humans who left. We're facing what they've become. Through the viewports, distant stars flickered. Ships were moving in the dark, dozens, hundreds. A fleet emerging from the void. Humanity was coming home. And nothing would ever be the same. The Wanderer had delivered its final message. The legend was over. The reality was beginning. The end. Asterisk.